Mira que sacarlo con la botellita, güey.
On the afternoon and evening of January 31st, an intense and fast-moving summer storm swept across the metropolitan region of Santiago, catching thousands of people off guard.
Dios santo, es que esto está... pero horrible.
This was not a typical rain event. Unlike the steady rainfall Santiago usually sees during winter, this storm released a large amount of rain in an extremely short period of time. In some areas, more than 17 millimeters fell in just over an hour. While that number may not sound alarming on its own, in a dense urban environment with limited drainage capacity, it can quickly become dangerous. Within minutes, streets began to flood. Storm drains were overwhelmed. Water had nowhere to go.
El agua. Mira ese oso, se lo lleva el agua. Mira, se lo está llevando.
And along Camino, Melipilla, the situation escalated rapidly. What was once a busy arterial road turned into a fast-moving channel of floodwater. The most severe flooding occurred in the Maipú sector, especially near low-lying intersections and stretches of Camino and Melipilla. Video footage shared by residents shows water surging across the roadway with surprising force, rising to the doors of cars and buses. Traffic came to a complete standstill. Some drivers attempted to inch forward, hoping the water would recede. Others had no choice but to abandon their vehicles as water levels continued to rise. Public buses carrying passengers became immobilized, trapped in place as floodwater rushed around them. Emergency services were quickly dispatched as reports came in of dozens of vehicles stranded on the road, including both private cars and public transportation. For commuters, the experience was sudden and terrifying. Many drivers said there was no warning. The one moment the road appeared wet but passable, and the next it was underwater. Passengers remained trapped inside buses, unsure whether to stay put or attempt to escape. Some people climbed onto vehicle roofs, while others waited anxiously inside, watching the water swirl past. Fortunately, as of the latest official reports, no fatalities have been confirmed, but the danger was very real.
Esperando que venga el cuero.
Fast-moving floodwater does not need to be deep to be deadly. Even shallow water can destabilize vehicles, sweep people off their feet, and trap them with little chance of escape. Emergency responders worked under difficult conditions, helping stranded commuters reach safer ground while constantly monitoring rising water levels across the city.
Y acaba de chocar ahí en un poste. En estas condiciones, por favor, necesitamos ayuda. Mira cómo están los vecinos ahí.
The impacts of the storm were not limited to roadways. Across Santiago, thousands of households experienced power outages as water and fallen trees damaged electrical infrastructure. Several neighborhoods reported flooded homes, overwhelmed drainage canals, and debris blocking local streets. Cleanup crews were deployed as soon as conditions allowed, but for many residents, the disruption was immediate and deeply unsettling.
Mira que sacando con la petilita, güey.
As the water receded, attention turned to understanding how this happened. Authorities and engineers are now examining several contributing factors. The first is the intensity and speed of the rainfall itself. Summer storms in central Chile are becoming increasingly erratic, delivering heavy downpours in short bursts rather than steady rain spread over several hours.
Hay un auto rojo que va para allá, que se lo lleva el agua. Mira ese oso, se lo lleva el agua. Mira.
This kind of rainfall places enormous stress on urban drainage systems that were not designed for such extremes. Investigators are also reviewing reports involving a nearby canal gate or water control mechanism in the Camino Melipilla area. Preliminary accounts suggest the gate may have been closed during the storm, potentially redirecting excess water directly onto the roadway instead of allowing it to drain safely. Officials stress that this investigation is still ongoing and that no conclusions will be drawn until technical assessments are completed. Behind every flooded street are people caught in the middle of the chaos. One commuter described the experience as confusing and terrifying, saying the water rose so quickly there was no time to turn around. Another resident said they had never seen summer rain behave this way in Santiago before. These stories are a powerful reminder that disasters are not just numbers or headlines. They are lived experiences that stay with people long after the water is gone. This flood has also reignited discussion about urban resilience and climate adaptation in Chile's cities. Experts warn that flash floods like this may become more common as climate patterns continue to change. Infrastructure designed for past weather conditions may no longer be sufficient for today's extremes.
Y acaba de chocar ahí en un poste. En estas condiciones, por favor, necesitamos ayuda. Mira cómo están los vecinos ahí.
Authorities have stated that once the emergency phase fully ends, attention will shift toward prevention. That includes improved drainage systems, better stormwater management, clearer emergency communication for drivers, and then long-term planning that accounts for a changing climate.